Nityanandam. So tonight is the night where I'm going to share with you something so beautiful that happened to me when I was in Swamiji's Adinam. So beautiful that it will stay with me forever. And obviously, it's not one of those experiences that you can just talk about. Like, the words won't be enough. But I really want to give you a glimpse of that space because truly it was a space that was experienced. And what happened is that before I even booked the ticket for Paramashivoham, I just knew something in my being told me that I had to be in the Adinam for my birthday, which happened 5 days after the program Paramashivoham ended. And so I stayed back. And many of you probably saw the video I made on the materialized sugar crystal, where Swamiji basically blessed me with a materialization of the divine sugar crystal. And basically anything materialized that happens like in that sacred space is a deity. You're literally holding a deity. So I was really cherishing it and holding it close to my heart. And something really told me, that inner voice told me to wait, that I shouldn't be so eager to to swallow it and have that experience. And so I stayed back after the program, and like I shared in a previous video, Swamiji really operated on me. Internal surgery happened, and as a result of that surgery, my being fell in silence. All it wanted to experience was complete silence. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that, first of all, when the program ended, I really avoided all human conversation, human contact, especially physical contact. But even uttering a word felt like such a pain. It literally felt painful. Like my being didn't even want to, it was such an effort. And I just felt like my being was going through such an intense process that it had to remain in silence. And so what I did on my birthday, January 15th, I was walking around in the Adinam. And in that space, if you've never been, there are so many deities. And when you go in front of them, you're not looking at stone, you're not looking at a sculpture. The deity is living there. And it's the first time that I actually connected so deeply to them. And not just one of them, because I had many different experiences with Nandi, for example. Like Nandi and I became so close last time I was in the Adinam. But this time it was every single deity was just showing me their space. And first discovery was the space of Kalabarava. Because obviously I had already experienced the ferociousness of Kalabarava. But this time what he wanted to show to me was that romance, that divine romance that lives in him. He literally lives in that space of divine romance. And when he's there, time is irrelevant. It's just that space. And so I started walking from deity to deity. And when you walk in the Adinam, on your left at some point, there's it looks like a courtyard where so many deities are sitting. Actually, there's the Shiva Linga, and then there are so many enlightened beings who are sitting in different mudras. And I just started sitting with them and connecting with them and started to feel so excited, so excited. Something was really happening. Something was truly wanting to come up to the surface. And I could feel that genuine joy. And I remember I told them, I was talking to them. I just literally told them, you wait for me. You just wait for me. You save me a spot. I'm going to be sitting right there next to you. I continued walking, and it's hard for me to tell all the experiences, everything that happened. But I was so physical with the deities, placing my hand in their hand and really literally feeling like they were directly transmitting all the knowledge, all the wisdom to me. And then that's when it happened. The biggest, oh my God, I received so many blessings on my birthday, but this one is really undescribable. So I was alone under the banyan tree. And in that space, you can see Dakshinamurti, who's just standing there under the banyan tree. And then in front of Dakshinamurti, we see Swamiji, one of the representations of Swamiji. And I sat in front of them. And I started connecting to them. And I started hugging them. And I started placing my cheek on their cheek and feeling so close to them. I went up to Dakshinamurti, and again I placed my hand in his hand, and I felt that space of silence. But not silence like we're used to. That vibrating silence. A silence that is truly alive, like so much life inside of that space of silence. And I was just in complete oneness. Nobody was around. And this is when I felt it, like this was the time. And I took the sugar crystal. And I went to place my forehead in Dakshinamurti's hand, like this. And I swallowed the crystal. And I said, I was speaking to him. And I said, may this space be in me forever. That space of vibrant silence. May I have access to it wherever I am, whatever I'm doing. May it be with me, remain with me forever. And that specific day, because I never let anyone in the human body touch me. The only touch I received was from the deities directly. And I swear to you that this space is now accessible to me whenever I need it, whenever I ask for it. If something happens in me and I need that stability, or if I just want to experience and merge and melt in that space of oneness, I just connect and I literally feel his hand on my forehead, and that has left its mark on me forever. I feel like I want to end the video on that. There are many things I could say, but honestly, it's just that space. May you all, and as I'm speaking, like my hands are starting to vibrate. Like the vibration is really intense. So may you get a glimpse from that space, of that space. Because truly, that is truly the space of enlightenment. Nityanandam.
When we say Dakshinamurti teaches in silence, it is not that he never utters a word, but just by a word, he will transmit petabytes of information.
Dakshinamurtaye
He sat as Dakshinamurti in his formless space. His very presence vibrated and all the rishis received that great truths.
Darshanamurtaye cha vidmahe jnanahastaya dhimahi tanno dheecha prachodayat. Om Darshanamurtaye cha vidmahe jnanahastaya dhimahi tanno dheecha prachodayat. Om Darshanamurtaye cha vidmahe jnanahastaya dhimahi tanno dheecha prachodayat. Om Darshanamurtaye cha vidmahe jnanahastaya dhimahi tanno dheecha prachodayat. Om Darshanamurtaye cha vidmahe